And from Zamboanga City, let's have Miss Ansha Jones. All right, ladies, buckle up and good luck. Let's start with our first round. At the heart of Miss World is a mission that transcends crowns and sashes. That is, the beauty with a purpose. So each finalist will now deliver a short advocacy speech sharing the cause she stands for and the change she hopes to champion. Let us listen with open minds and open hearts as each candidate speaks from her purpose. Let's now begin.
Good day to everyone. I would like to introduce myself once more. I am Ansha Jones representing Zamboanga City, and I would love to share my beautiful story of Purposeful Hearts by Ansha, a personal experience. I was raised by my lolo and my lola, while my mom was the one who is working to sustain me. Growing up that way, it has shaped my way and it has taught me resilience, courage, and the value of consistency. And I can still remember that back when I was a child, I made friends with 3 kids in my neighborhood. They were the same age as me, but they couldn't read or write. So every afternoon, I would sat with them and teach them letter by letter, word by word. And when I became a high school student, I remember that I was also a student leader. I have led so many organizations, I have joined academic competitions. But one thing for sure is that they couldn't see that behind that confidence, behind that facade that the other student sees in me, is that I go to school without baon. But after that, sadly, there was a chapter in my life when I was 17 where I experienced a very traumatic and painful part of being a woman is that I was sexually harassed by an older man upon joining my first ever pageant. And I was naive, I was so ignorant. No one had ever taught me that I have boundaries. No one had ever taught me on how to say no. And that is why Purposeful Hearts by Ansha exists. It's education in all forms, practical, moral, ethical, or academics. I have been working for this for 3 years already. And it was very difficult for me to begin with it. I have know that I have been through a lot. That is why I have brought this to different sectors of the society. I have collaborated with different organizations, businesses, public officials, just to create projects from my own money. I save up my own money with limited resources, making sure that I can serve my community. I have donated storybooks to far-flung areas, especially in schools. I have donated also school supplies to SPED Center foundations, even though it is small. I have also hosted mental wellness events like art therapy sessions. And I have also given away self-care kits during the Women's Month last year. And then I am also an advocate for animal welfare as I own 13 cats and 4 dogs. So this is all because of the belief that when we educate with love, there's more to it. There's more than education. There's more than mind and heart. We are here to protect the heart of the people. We are here to restore the dignity that I once lost. And we are here to give the power to others to choose a better future for themselves. And hopefully one day, and I'm very much happy to bring Purposeful Hearts by Ansha to the national stage of Miss World Philippines. That would be all, and that what makes me purposeful, and that what makes my project purposeful. Again, this is Ansha Jones, and I'm proud to say that I am a Zamboangueña with a heart. Muchísimas gracias, and that would be thank you.
Thank you very much, Miss World Philippines, Zamboanga City, Miss Ansha Jones. All right, thank you, ladies, for reminding us that beauty is most powerful when it serves others. Congratulations for succeeding the first round. Give yourselves a big round of applause. Ladies and judges, we are now Moving on to the second round of the head-to-head challenge, which is the current events round. All right. In this round, candidates will respond to questions drawn from current local and global events, issues shaping our world today. They will have a limited time to answer, testing not only awareness but perspective and responsibility. Candidates, remember that there are no perfect answers, only honest and informed ones. All right? So let's begin our second round of the head-to-head challenge. Right here with me is the fishbowl filled with local and current and global event questions. So this round, right? Thank you. Sorry. Right, your question is, across the Philippines, large public demonstrations took place in response to allegations of corruption surrounding flood control infrastructure projects, events that brought people of different generations and backgrounds into the streets. If you could speak to those protesters, what message of unity or hope would you share that helps bridge different perspectives while still valuing accountability? Once again, if you could speak to those protesters, what message of unity or hope would you share that helps bridge different perspectives while still valuing accountability?
Thank you so much for that question. My message for those protesters is you are more than enough and your voice are valid. Your pain that you are feeling right now is valid. You have the right and you deserve to speak, to heal and to set boundaries. It is your right to fight for what is right, to stand up for what you believe in. And as a Filipina myself, I believe that this is one of our ways on how we could tackle about the issues that needs to be addressed. And in this kind of platform, especially with the media, especially on the situations that we are in, this is one of our ways on how we can address issues that are very difficult, even though this is already have been going on for so many years. I firmly believe that it is important to take accountability, to see justice, and also to make sure that each and every one of us should practice integrity and transparency in our lives. Don't forget that this begins with us. And after that, the community will follow. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Miss Royal Philippines Zamboanga City, Miss Ansha Jones. All right, let's give our candidates a big round of applause for succeeding once again our second round, our current events round. Okay, I will just hand back the fishbowl and we will now proceed to our third round. Are you girls still with us? All right, let's do this. All right, our next segment highlights the importance of dialogue across generations and disciplines. In this round, the question will come from students, the leaders of tomorrow, and from our judges who represent years of experience and insight. So, may we now start with Evans. And once again, the final paper for you.
I have no choice.
Yes, you have no choice. But you still have the choice to answer greatly. Okay. All right, let's find out. And I believe you all know who our last questioner is. Let's have Mr. JJ Sanuan.
Hi, Miss Zamboanga.
Hello. Good.
So, name a memory that really stuck to you, that you learned a lot from your past, whatever that comes to your mind now.
I would say it was the time where I was selling candies back when I was a kid. It has taught me resilience and courage at a very young age. I have learned how to become entrepreneur. And growing up, I've always wanted to become a businesswoman. And on that time, I have learned how to stand up for myself, stand up on my own feet. I have learned how to become more independent. And it is very nice that when I was 12, I was able to have a small capital. And I continued that journey of mine of becoming a businesswoman. Of course, I'm still in high school, so I don't have enough capital to continue it. So when I was 19, by God's grace, I was able to open my first coffee and food stall. And with that, I was able to put money as I have used my savings to become a resources of creating my projects. It was very difficult since I was very committed because back in competing to Miss Zamboanga, I was candidate number 13. And when I won, I was very determined to create 13 projects. And of course, before ending my reign, I have already completed 13 community projects. So I think that was my favorite memory back when I was a kid. And I would love to bring this to wherever I go, this story of mine, because I think that this really inspires people that this is not only for myself, but it's always for impact. It's always from the heart, and it's always for good intention. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you very much, Ms. Zamboanga City, Ms. Ansha Jones. All right, let's give our candidates a big round of applause. 3 rounds down, 2 more to go. Job well done, ladies. Those questions aren't easy questions, okay? So let's give them a big round of applause once again. As someone who's been in your shoes, I totally understand, and you guys are doing so well, okay? All right, so let's move forward to our next round of the head-to-head challenge. So one of the most unique moments of today's competition is in this next segment. Here, the candidates will pose questions to one another. This is not about rivalry, okay? It is about recognition, curiosity, and mutual respect. So ladies, this is your chance to engage as women who inspire one another. All right, let's move forward to your chosen candidates.
Yes, so the person that I picked today is Miss Zamboanga City.
The Zamboanga City.
Hello.
Hello, my love. Okay, so my question for you is very easy because, you know, I really admire your advocacy, Purposeful Hearts by Ansha. Yes, so my question to you is, could you describe one person who has been touched by your advocacy?
Well, thank you so much for that question. I would say it's one of my projects under Purposeful Hearts by Ansha, and it's the Sip and Paint session where I have done a art wine painting session. And I remember that there are girls, just a group of girls, who has signed up as participants in my projects. And to be honest, I wasn't really expecting that there would be a lot. So I only prepared at least 25 of materials for that project. And of course, they will be the one who's going to message me and to be part of the project. And when the project was already put into action and we were already at the location, I was so amazed that they were so happy not only to see me, but they were so happy that there was an initiative of that back in our city. It is very rare that there would be a free art painting session that is made by someone who is a normal citizen, who is a normal human being. And I remember that there was this girl, her name is Isabel, but I call her Bell Bell. She's my schoolmate, and she was one of the girls who participated. And she told me na, Ansha, how did you come up with these ideas? I feel like, to be honest, I told her na, of course, it's the mental health month, so I have to come up with a creative idea on how we can cater different mental health issues, especially in this area. So I told her that this came out of my pocket. And she was so amazed that you were so busy, you've been into different hats, you wear so many hats, you are a jack of all trades, you are everywhere in the city, you are always busy, you have hectic schedules. But I've explained to her that this is all because of the purpose. This is all because of the intention. And it's kind of weird how happy I became whenever I see the smiles of the people. No matter how fake or no matter how genuine it is, as long as I know that they are there, as long as I know that I impacted their life, I created ripples of kindness, even just for a fraction of time. And for me, that's the essence of becoming a woman. That's the essence of beauty with a purpose. And that's what I carry with me wherever I go. And hopefully, not only those group of girls, but more girls across the Philippines and hopefully across the world. Thank you so much.
Thank
Yes,
you very
for
much.
your answer.
Thank you so much, Zamboanga City. And congratulations for making it to our final round. All right. Okay. Whew, so, parang mas kailangan kong huminga. Let's give your girls breathe in, breathe out. All right, let's get into it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we now arrive at the pivotal moment in today's competition. Up to this point, our finalists have spoken from their individual perspectives, their experiences, advocacies, and beliefs. This time, however, they will face one common question. And this question is designed not to test what they know, but how they think. Not what they believe, but how they express under the same conditions. So with that, may we request our candidates to please follow at the betchay. Okay, and only Miss Davao region will stay, all right? So for our other 7 finalists, we'll see you in a bit. Thank you so much. Mike, please join me here onto my left. Okay. Take a breather. Mukhang malay pinanggalingan mo. Okay, you got this. Recent tourism data shows that foreign visitors' arrivals in the Philippines have declined compared to last year and remain low, even as neighboring Southeast Asian countries recover stronger. If you were the Secretary of the Department of Tourism tasked with revitalizing Philippine tourism, what would be your policy direction in reshaping the global image of the Philippines as tourist destination of choice?
Well, thank you so much for that question. I believe if I were the secretary and also as a beauty queen, I believe that the tourism may be slowing down because of the global travel decline and also with the competitor other countries. And I think it's also one of our ways on how we can see that we need to improve in terms of our marketing, our infrastructures, and also our safety. It's important to keep in mind that we need to highlight our local producers. We need to also keep in mind that we need to invest more with our marketing and make sure that our country is safe to visit so that we can gain back more tourists and also we can gain back our confidence as the Philippines. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Ms. Zamboanga City, Ms. Ansha Jones. And congratulations, ladies. You